Tom.
Wait, John, I think your mic's muted.
Oh.
On the stream?
No.
Was it muted for the stream? Oh my god.
It's time
That's
to.
unfortunate.
It was only muted for the stream. The audio recording has it. The Discord call could hear it. The only people that couldn't were the people watching the live stream.
It's incredible. The people watching this live got the intro, a little bit of silence, and then I'm Tom.
I'm glad the only thing I said was, it's a podcast. And then
that's really all his intro was. It's a podcast.
I'm John. That's all I got.
I'm Tom. That's love is what I got.
Ooh. Don't start a riot. Oh, my name's Steven.
Insert song reference here. My name is Jared.
That's
insert Sublime reference here. Yeah.
Loving is what I got.
It's my job to freaking remember and reference music, and I just could not think of a song.
Don't worry, I was in a music.
Sorry,
oh, you go ahead.
Mine is really stupid, so you should go first. Like, let's come back to mine. It's not as important as what you're about to say.
No, mine wasn't important either. I was going to say I was in a music competition the other day, and they put song lyrics into Microsoft Sam, and we had to recognize where the song was from. And I did not recognize Superman by Goldfinger, and I need you to understand that I was crushed as a human being.
Oh no.
I didn't recognize it until they gave us a hint where they like actually sang like the song. I'm like, no, it.
Oh, that sucks.
You're
just trying to keep the ground on your feet,
you hear
man.
the first note of the horns, and you're like, it's Superman.
It was like, I'm trying to keep the ground on my feet. Seems the world's falling down around me. And I'm like, this sounds so familiar. Where's this from? And then they go like, nights are long.
I'm
singing
like, this song. Yeah.
That's a fun game. I've never done that. That sounds fun.
There he was doing everything because
my friends in high school at one point, like I'm hanging out with one of them, and he goes, like we're both like on our computers, and he goes, oh fuck, god damn it. And I'm like, what? What's up? He says like our other mutual friend just typed in nah 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 nah, and I knew it was the Billy Hatcher theme.
Wow,
that's impressive.
Anyway, so one time I was watching the Weather Channel, and it's just like instrumentals that they're playing. Like everyone knows what like Loco on the 8 sounds like. And instead, I was like, something sounds familiar. And I listened very intently, and it was an instrumental version of Sublime's What I Got. And I was like, this is bizarre. I felt like I was living in like a different realm. Anyway, that was my story.
I was listening to public radio here in Austin. I think it was the college station, and just like in the middle of it, they just started playing Stardew Valley music. Like it was just the summer theme from Stardew Valley was playing over the radio.
Like Tropicala?
What do you mean? Is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
Like the whatever plays when you're outside during summer.
Like the be-doo-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo, that one?
Yeah, or... KUT was playing it. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's actually incredible.
There was a candy machine, like a slightly fancier candy machine that played music at my local mall back in Myrtle Beach. And there was one time where I was walking by it, me and Mal were going to leave the mall, and it started playing a very familiar song. And I stood there for a second. I was like, what song is that? And then I realized it was like the first route music that you find in Pokemon Red. And I was like, why is this coming from this candy machine? It has nothing to do with Pokemon or anything. So I got out my camera to film it, and I just stood there for like 10 minutes. And it finally started playing music, and it was just generic, like circus music. It was not the Pokemon theme again. And I was like, great, cool, this is wonderful.
I love
No one
copyright
will ever
infringement.
believe me.
John, do you remember the time that you, me, Reese, and my friend
I was gonna
Son
say
went to
this happened to us.
Yeah, we went to Mohegan Sun, and in the arcade there, I don't remember which game it was. I still have the video on my phone, but it just, or no, it's on Twitter. This arcade machine was just playing, and it was not Nintendo affiliated at all. Was playing the Mario Circuit track for Mario Kart 8.
Interesting.
It was like some weird like light gun game about shooting snowballs at penguins or something like that.
Yeah, let me see if I could find on my Twitter.
That reminds me of every time I go into a gas station and I hear the sonic ring sound effect.
Oh, that's driven
Oh,
me
yeah.
nuts for years.
Yeah, bling. I'm like, oh my god. And it also has a weird like Pavlovian effect on me because like whenever I get a bit cheer, I hear that. So it's like, oh, did I just get like a dollar? Like what?
Or like, I'm checking out my Reese's cups or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm getting gas.
You're at the checkout counter at the gas station, and you hear the sound, and you ask the cashier for $1. You're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you owe me money."
Yeah, you owe me money. That was an alert on my channel. I am a Twitch streamer. You will address me as such.
Good Lord.
The world's most important profession.
Do you know who I am?
I hit things with sticks on the internet. I heard a sound effect, and you owe me $1.
Oh man.
I ain't no 2-bit drummer. I'm 8-bit.
Oh my god. The 8-bit drummer. Thank you very much.
That adds to it so much, Jared. Hey. The.
Dude, it's so funny. I actually was talking about like my emote, like the prefix and how it's not 8-bit, whatever the heck it is. It's the 8-bit stuff. Because like there was somebody on Twitch whenever I got partner that had that early moniker or had the prefix. I was like, oh no. But that's one of those moments. It's like, yo, this is actually one of the best things ever because the 8-bit, whatever it is like the best thing ever. I love how my emotes look on Twitch.
Because of like the like this is like
Yeah.
this is like the 8-bit lol. This is the 8-bit like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just turned out to be like the perfect thing because I was so distraught whenever it happened like a while ago, or like whenever I got partnered, I was like, man, I really freaking wanted that, but whatever, I'll just do the instead, and then it turned out to be the best.
My prefix was Tom Fox for a while, and I was just like, do you think maybe I wonder if I can get Tom, and I did. I got Tom.
Yeah, that's really good.
I found the tweet, by the way, the one that has the Mario Kart music coming out of the arcade machine. It was like a drop machine, like one of those like ones where you're trying to win tickets. Like you drop the
gum drop.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So play this a little bit. The audio listeners are gonna get nothing. Oh yeah, well I forgot how much that was actually just playing the
like straight up Mario Kart Stadium or whatever that level's called in Mario Kart 8.
That's nuts.
It was 2019 before PAX East that year.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was looking at the thing and I couldn't get it to play through my headphones. That's nutty.
Someone says they've actually seen that before.
That tweet or like
I think the machine is what they're referring to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that was just one at Mohegan Sun.
Nintendo on the phone right now.
We gotta sue Mohegan Sun.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. I didn't realize that like Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods are considered like two of the biggest casinos in the country.
I mean, I could see that. They're both pretty big.
I count like it's weird though because I count Las Vegas as being like one giant casino, and it's weird that like the biggest casino isn't coming out of like, or rather one of the biggest casinos isn't coming out of there.
Yeah, that's what Vegas is. Honestly, it's just a gigantic casino because they're all interconnected. Well, on the strip, they're mostly all interconnected.
Yeah,
like it's kind of nuts. Especially with like the monorail stuff, like everything's just connected on the monorail there for the main.
It's basically just gambling Disney World.
Yeah, and everything costs $50, man.
Yep.
You want some chicken tenders? That'll be $50. Well, more like 30, but you know, it's still.
I mean, like, there's a lot of places, or there's usually like a. I don't know if it's still the case, but I remember like in the old, like I wouldn't say the old days, but like a 10 years ago, I'd say. Flights and hotel in Vegas were relatively cheap because they're counting on people losing money at the casinos to make their money back.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that everything's cheap in Vegas because it's not. Everything's expensive now, but it used to be like you could go to like a freaking buffet in Vegas for like $5 because they want you in the building. You know, it's like, hey, come on in, get some food, and then lose all your money.
I guess it depends on like where you go though, or like what's in house of like the casino. Like the thing that's making money is the casino. So if the casino is a restaurant that's owned and operated by the casino, then that food is probably fairly inexpensive compared to like other places that are just serving food.
So there is a food court inside of the MGM Grand, and that is probably one of the most expensive food courts I've ever been to in my life.
Really?
Yeah. The freaking the Forum shops at Caesar's Palace had cheaper food than the MGM Grand food court.
No, so that food court, is it like franchise stuff, or is it like stuff that, or is are any of them like individually owned and operated by MGM?
I don't know, because there's like a Johnny Rockets, there was a Panda Express and stuff like that. I went and there was like a really good pizza place. But like a slice of pizza, I crap you not, was like $19.99.
Jeez,
like a slice of pizza, dude.
That
I'll tell you what, though.
That's a lot of money.
Tell you what, though, that pizza is pretty decent. Like I'm not gonna.
I would hope so with that price.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good.
was it a Sparrow? Because if it was a Sparrow, then no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't a Sparrow. No, I would not pay $19.99 for anything at a Sparrow. I'm sorry. Like Sbarro is good in small doses, but it's like if it's going to be over $20, I'm like, no, I'm all right. No thanks, fam.
Dan's asking if it was New York, real Brooklyn pizza.
No. Well, it was called Brooklyn Pizza, I think, but it wasn't Brooklyn Pizza. Like the best pizza place I've ever been to was in Atlantic City, and it was on like the boardwalk in Atlantic City, and there was a slice that was basically bigger than my wife for about $3. It was kind of insane.
That's the best thing about like New York style pizzas is that they are gigantic.
Yeah, they
also taste delicious. But
but
it's like but you get a New York slice of pizza, you're getting a big slice.
Yeah, man. God, you're making me so freaking hungry. I just had Taco Bell.
I didn't eat dinner yet, so now I'm like, God, I'm ordering pizza, aren't I?
Dude, let me tell you, I got a Domino's pizza the other day, and I have not had pizza in like 3 or 4 weeks, and it was like transcendent. It was probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had, and I think it was just because of the fact that I was really craving it after like a really good day. It was like right after the charity stream, so I was like, you know what, I want some freaking pizza, dude. That's what I want.
Man, you made me realize that I consume like at least one slice of pizza every 10 days. Because we shop at Costco.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I go to Costco, the first thing we do when we walk into the Costco is I get the hot dog combo because it comes with the drink, and I get a slice of pepperoni pizza.
Is it still $1.50?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that combined is $3.49. And for $3.49, I can consume, I don't know how many, it's like 1,300 calories. That's like a good size meal for me, and then I'm just set for like a long time. I am so all about that. That's like the best part of going to Costco. It's like, man, I'm gonna get to eat a slice of pizza and eat a hot dog, and it's not even my birthday.
I'd like to also quote from the former CEO of Costco.
Yeah.
Quote, "If you raise the fucking hot dog price, I will kill you." End quote.
Yeah, I'm really happy that they stuck with that, you know. I mean, well, they didn't want to die, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They have other things at the Costco that are more expensive in the food court, and they add new things. The most expensive item that they have added is a roast beef sandwich, and it's a roast beef sandwich for like, I think it's $9.99. I think it's $10.
Jesus.
And the funny thing is, a $10, this is a huge sandwich. But because you're in the Costco and all of the other prices up there are just like super cheap, your brain is like, oh my God,
Yeah.
$10 for a sandwich. But if you went anywhere else, you'd pay like $13 for a sandwich.
Yeah, like if it's as big as it, you know, going back to the place that we're never going to get a sponsorship from, if you got that same sandwich at Subway, it would be $12.
It is two meals. It is like two normal people. Clarify norm, like not Steve and George, but two normal people could eat that sandwich, which means really it's $5.
How does your height play into your into your appetite, Mr. Steve and George?
I like to eat, Tom Fox. Eating is one of my favorite things.
There's a comma in that sentence, right?
Well,
I was wondering the same thing, so.
Is that why I was missing part of my foot at Coliseum last year?
Yeah, sorry I had to find out this way.
Oh my God!
There's a joke amongst the Raleigh Collective that I have to remain fed, or I will eat the smallest friend. So Haley lives.
Are
in
you an ogre?
Oh my God! How many rules does the Raleigh Collective have? Steven has to be fed, or else he'll eat Haley. Dan can't overthrow the government.
I mean, we're working on like a decree, like a 10 Commandments type thing. We probably won't call it the 10 Commandments because
that one
someone already made
I
that.
think that's claimed, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I
do like
don't
11.
think the 10 Commandments is copywritten though.
That's
It's
true.
got to be
It
at
might
this
create
point. There's
confusion.
no way. If it wasn't copywritten, someone would have copyright claimed it and just screwed over everyone who, like, any church, basically.
Yeah, no, that would have been incredible if someone tried to pull that shit.
Anyway, speaking of eating people,
Like when like when the Fine Brothers tried to trademark the word react across all
man.
YouTube videos.
so the other day I was in the bathroom and I was going through Wikipedia. Yeah, I was in the bathroom like I always am. I was going through Wikipedia and I stumbled across the Wikipedia article for the Donner Party.
You know, just normal things you look up in the bathroom.
Just stumbled across it.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, Wikipedia is a wild place. You start in like looking up Vermont, and then you wind up learning about Dracula. Like, it's like everything is.
Don't get me started about Dracula. Him and I are not on good terms right now.
Wikipedia. Donate to Wikipedia.
Do it.
So anyway, the Donner Party like is known in pop culture of like, oh well, that's like cannibalism, which like yes, but the story is wild. I read this the Wikipedia article is like super long and goes into detail about like the hardships that these people face. It is nuts. It is crazy. They had like hardship after hardship after hardship of trying to get to the West. They started with like 87 people and they wound up with 48. And it was like almost comical the difficulties that they ran into. So yeah, I finished reading this Wikipedia article and I walked into Mal's office and I was like, Mal, what do you know about the Donner Party? And Mal was like, I was like, are you all right? I was like, this was wild. These poor people went through so much. And I was like, there's a PBS documentary. We're going to have to check out this documentary because it is ridiculous.
Like, was the game Oregon Trail?
We're in for one hell of a night, Mal. I'm gonna lay out some rose petals. We're gonna get a box of chocolate. I'm gonna light some candles, and we're gonna watch a documentary on the Donner Party.
Because like, if it's basically if you were playing Oregon Trail and you kept losing, but the game never ended. That was what happened. like everything went wrong, but instead of getting game over, like it was like you must continue, and you're like, but I've lost. It's like, no, you haven't. That was what happened to them. So yeah,
forever.
Pop culture has definitely like watered that situation down to they ate people and like they did, but there was so much more that happened there. It was wild.
Sapphire Becca just brought up just like your Oregon Trail bit from Extra Life as a reference to this, and I was like, what does Jepsen breaking his legs have to do with the Donner Party?
Yeah.
But thou must.
So, do you just go on Wikipedia and look up random stuff? Because I've never done that before. To be honest.
So usually how it works is I'm reading like an article about something else, or I see a tweet or something, and it's just like something I know like a little about, and then I'm like, I want to know a little more about that thing.
It's called a wiki walk. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
And
called
then I
ADHD
start
is what it's
reading.
actually called. But yes, wiki walk's the nicer
It's only
term.
ADHD if you're jumping from article to article.
That's
So
that's a
what I
wiki
do-
walk, my dear.
Well, I go down an article and I open up new tabs. I don't ever stop reading. I just open up new tabs. And the problem is I'll do this before bed.
Okay, so this is
I'll-
definitely ADHD. Okay,
This is 100% ADHD.
yeah. I'm diagnosed. I can say that.
Anyway, so I'll go through a Wikipedia article and I'll just open up stuff into different tabs, and I'll finish the article, and then I'm like, it's tired. I'm late. It's late and I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. I'll wake up in the morning and then I'll look through my tabs, and I have like 10 tabs about like different Nintendo composers and different, like how to correctly build a house, like all of this other stuff. And then I have to piece together like what happened last night. I'm like, what
Did I
wrong?
do last night?
Dan, I'm gonna have to ask you this.
This is such a cry for help.
Dan is just he just
I
keeps
see it.
saying Steven's wiki hole, and it's freaking me out.
Yep, this is. Listen, this isn't the first Stephen hole we've explored.
Please stop calling it that.
It's just it got me. Man down. I'm gonna mute my mic.
When I when I played Among Us with my friends, a lot of the times I'd die pretty early on. So in one game in particular, when I died early on, I opened up the Wikipedia article related to whatever skin I was. At the time it was the blue tongue skink. Just muted myself and started reading from the blue tongue skink Wikipedia page. And I did the same thing for when I used a skin that made me look like a crab.
I've never really used Wikipedia that much. Like it's like weird. I don't know why. Because like there was a segment at TRG Coliseum where y'all did like a wiki run.
Yeah, the wiki race. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've never even thought to do that. Is that weird? I've just never done it. Huh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I know there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like that's so strange that like that's just something I haven't done yet. Huh.
I like learning. Learning is fun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you retain all the knowledge from like all your wiki jumping?
Absolutely not.
It's somewhere. It's
Steven.
somewhere in like it's in an inaccessible part of his brain. Eventually, he'll decalcify his third eye, and then all the Wikipedia knowledge will just explode out.
Yeah.
I'm like
so-
screaming internally right now.
John, talk to me after the show.
Okay, sure.
Talk to me after the show. Yeah, it's I do. I like learning. I think the most frustrating part for me for learning is that occasionally I need to relearn things, and I don't know if this will apply to some of y'all in like some way for your specific instances, but occasionally I'll have to relearn something with like video editing or like real specific weird like niche video stuff, and it's stuff that I've learned, but I use so infrequently that when it's time to do it again and I have to know about it, I'm like, oh God, what? I have to like start to research things again and relearn it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this thing. But I've had to do that over and over and over again because it happens so infrequently. I have to continually relearn it.
So what you're saying is we can never, ever, ever get you on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I don't like trivia.
You don't
I
like
really-
trivia, but you wiki surf?
Yeah.
He's saving all the thought for himself.
Let's. There might be a misunderstanding here. You don't like trivia, or you don't like trivia games?
Is that the same? So like,
there we go. There's the miscommunication. Trivia itself is just like the fun facts about various things. Trivia games are when you're answering questions about those fun facts.
okay, so okay, let me spin this for you.
Okay.
I don't like tests.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Does that click?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I've never done one of those like BuzzFeed like question things.
Wait,
People in chat
Faye has a really good point. You did the
Yep, you did
GameCube
the
trivia bumper.
Yeah. That's because okay. Do you want to know why I did that?
He likes proctoring tests. He doesn't like taking tests.
Yeah,
Hosting
that's
is
fine,
different
actually,
from
that's
like
fine.
actually having to take it. I get it.
The reason that I did that bumper is because I was like, this bumper will raise money, and it did, and I was like, good job, Steven. You did it. That's why I made that.
We like to do things that we don't like to do in order to raise money. That is for sure. For charity, that is.
Yeah.
Like it's always more fun whenever you are watching somebody, like, I guess, I mean, that's why there's like charity incentives for like eating hot peppers and crap, because like people love to raise money and then watch somebody do something silly because of the money that's been raised. It's like psychological. It's awesome. Is that true for Jules? You'll have to ask him, Jasper. I don't know. You have to ask him. That's a question for him. Sorry, somebody asked a question.
Yeah, about Jules. You know,
consuming.
Honestly, you could call it a form of self-cannibalism what Jules did for charity.
He's just enjoying a nice ham. Okay, good God.
A nice pressed ham.
John, the exasperated side from John gives me life. I'm sorry.
I'm glad my death gives you so much power.
Just Jared laughing his ass off, and John goes, "I'm dying, Jared."
Dude, stop. Listen, it's the small just that I like. I don't want to see him actually
it's the
suffer.
same reason Emil keeps making all these terrible puns around me, because he just loves hearing me go like, "Ugh, really?"
Oh man. I like making people laugh though. I like both sides of that coin though. Like I like making people go ugh, and then I also like people like just losing their freaking minds around me.
You like the reaction. You like the reaction that what you
Erica is my she calls herself my eternal audience, because like I'm always trying to make her laugh or like mess around, and she's just like sometimes she loves it, but sometimes she's like, Jared, you've got to go cast. Like you've got to go get rid of that energy. And I'm like, you know what? Fair.
I just want to make John laugh. Preferably while everyone around us is singing a song about Mario Brothers and why you should buy Mario Brothers.
I actually was smiling as he said that, and then he's like, "Oh, he's just going into that." Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, he's having a moment with me. He's actually admitting he likes making me smile. Like, oh no, he just likes making me like choke on my own like air. I got it.
I mean, making you smile and making you choke, like one leads to another. You start with the smile, and then you're laughing, and then you're dying, and like those are all happiness.
I like the wide array of reactions. Probably laughter the most, but the uggs and the choking, dying on laughter are good, but mainly the laughter. I like the laughter.
I like the awkward silence. Like that is one of my favorite moments. Like that I am in control of. Okay, let me explain. So there'll be some times on my cast where I'll be like, "Hey, chat, blah blah blah. You know why you should go stand in the corner if you're cold? Because it's 90 degrees in the corner."
Got it. I got
like that type of like, and you're just looking at the camera with that crap eating grin on your face, and it's just like, and then you watch the reaction of the chat just go, just lose it. Yeah, like right now, you see, like dot. I love ellipses in the chat. It's the best thing ever. Just the freaking dots.
There it is.
This episode's just a cry for help for everyone at this rate.
I know you probably don't need it, but it'd be great if you could just make an ellipses emote. It's just like they just have they got something personal they can put on there whenever you say something. Yeah.
We do have one that's kind of close to that with the 8-bit loading, which is just a bunny rabbit with a loading thing over his head. Yeah, that crap is so funny to me. I love the 8-bit loading. It's a great one.
Staring.
Does not compute. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
laughter.
like humor in itself is just such a awesome topic to what is it called, like deconstruct, and like why do we find things funny, like, and that is one of my favorite things to do, is like figure out like why does that make people laugh, like it's the not getting what you expect most of the time is what hits you, and I love that.
Humor's all right.
It's got its moments.
See, it's not too hard to make me laugh, though. I laugh at freaking everything. Literally, y'all could say hello, and I'd be like, "Ah!"
Listen, you give me the
You're not that
confidence
bad.
to say the stupid shit, because I go by laughter, and you fill that meter where it's like, yes, I can keep going with these jokes.
Bro, I tell you what, and now my laughter is always genuine. Okay, like I don't like fake it, right? But I am definitely the guy to make sure that everybody feels like their joke hits, because of the fact that I always laugh. I find everything hilarious, and I can't help it. And I think some of it's psychological, because like whenever I was younger, like in high school and whatnot, like I used to get made fun of for my laugh, and now I get paid for it. So frick you, Brian. Like
Yeah,
like
you call that fucker out.
Yeah, well, no, it's I don't actually know a name. I don't have a name. I don't remember. They weren't necessary to remember.
Take that first name, last name, home address, and phone number here.
No, oh my god. No, I don't want to dox them. I just want them to feel that twinge of like, yo, somebody's talking about me for something I did back in high school. like that twinge, Frick you, Brian. They're in the chat. I see them. Frick you, Brian.
Oh no.
It was just a random name. I promise I wasn't calling anybody actually out.
It's just like someone from your high school is in chat, and they're just like, I can't believe you doxed me.
Oh my god. Darn you, disc only. Oh, speaking of,
be sure to rate us 5 stars on the Apple Podcast.
I was just about to say to everybody who showed off their Spotify Wrapped, and the Disc Only podcast was like your top thing you listened to this year. Thank y'all so much. Like,
Yeah.
that was awesome. Like, I was just, because I don't really go on Twitter anymore, but I saw I actually got like an email, because I had a lot of freaking notifications, and I was just going through, and like 50 people freaking were showing that off, and I'm just like, man, that's wonderful. Thank you.
I was looking at some of those numbers, and it seems like there's a large portion of people that may watch the show again.
I can see that.
Like a bunch of people listen
like,
to it in their car or on their drive. So
we also like don't really have like storylines, but like when one episode comes out, like people might go back and like listen to the old ones.
We definitely don't have storylines like at all.
no, we just have
just
recurring bits.
Yeah, or repeating subjects over and over again, like the Apple Watch or Dragon Ball.
Have you heard of lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming.
We have a storyline. Like we have to find out what's going to happen next in the saga of Jared meeting the Stepmania guy.
Shut up.
I don't know when we're going to get an update to that.
I've moved on to lucid dreaming and drawing now. All right, listen.
I gotta talk to you some stuff after the show, Jared, because I got some.
Frick yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Now, going back to the whole like learning thing, something that I find that I need to do every now and then is go back and revisit the basics of stuff, because sometimes I get so lost in the sauce of like all the advanced stuff that you do, like trying to learn something, that I forget about like how to actually start. Does that make sense? Like, for like drawing, I try to go back to the basics like a lot.
Because you get caught up in like the nitty gritty of certain things, and you're like, wait a minute, how do I get there?
Yeah, like the foundation, like starting up. Like I've read like the beginner like lucid dreaming book like 8 times, just over and over again, because sometimes I just completely freaking forget. Like, oh wait, it's actually this easy, like, because you try to get all the different techniques and stuff and blah 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 blah, and it's just like, wait. No, it's actually easy. Like, you don't need to work that hard at it. In fact, it's counterintuitive. But yeah, it's just like going back to the basics is the thing that I find myself doing more so Now, especially like now that I'm like older or whatever.
I think sometimes it's important. I think about it in terms of software. So if you're working on a piece of software and maybe there's a piece of software that you know really well, you've been using a long time, there could still be like a very basic thing or basic function of the software that you don't know. And sometimes I find that the best way to learn is to actually watch someone else use the software. We had a chance to do this in college because, there was 4 of us in the dorm. We had a lot of crossover in some of the stuff that we were doing. And like I learned a lot about Photoshop. I think we probably all learned about Photoshop from each other by watching each other work. So you'd watch someone do something and you'd be like, wait, I've never thought to do it that way. And it's like, oh yeah, you can do this. So I think like looking up tutorials online and just watching people use the software, or if people are live on Twitch just doing stuff like software that you use, I think that can be fascinating because you can learn stuff that you'll keep forever.
Dude, there is so much that I learned by watching other people frick with stuff. Like it's insane.
It's like it's like a rock tumbler, but for people.
What?
No, I mean, you can put people in a rock tumbler if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
what is it?
like the point of a rock tumbler is that the rocks will collide with each other until like they shine. That's
Okay.
That's essentially what you're doing. You're colliding like skills and like points of view and whatnot until like your skill is like honed essentially.
Like I've heard of iron sharpens iron, but I've never heard of people in a rock tumbler. I'm not gonna lie.
I think putting people in a rock tumbler is just like a faster way to feed the Donner family.
I think it's just a carnival ride.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like that. I mean, like, how many people can we fit in a dryer? Like, that's like a big rock tumbler, right?
Dude,
Oh my God, a dryer is a rock tumbler.
I was thinking the same exact freaking thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like dryer.
Wow.
Oh frick! If you want to supersize it, just get a cement truck.
God, I remember the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic says where it's like, may seem like a fun idea to crawl into the dryer, but don't do it.
I love that was something that they had to address. Like it was something that happened enough to address in a freaking PSA.
Like the same reason why like those mini bags of peanuts have like warning contains nuts on it.
Or hot coffee says warning hot.
I mean, well, okay, so there's like a few reasons why they had to do that. One of which was that they had like the temperature of the coffee that they gave to a woman was way too high. She spilled it on herself, suffering like very debilitating injuries.
Yeah,
and then McDonald's ran a smear campaign against her to basically be like, this idiot like spilled coffee on herself, is trying to sue us for spilling coffee on herself. Now, the McDonald's thing was very negligent from McDonald's.
That I didn't know about.
Yep.
Actually, I didn't know about the smear campaign. Holy frick.
No, there's a reason. Like the jury was like, all right, McDonald's clearly trying to like defame this woman.
Y'all are freaking around. You're gonna find out. I did not know that. Huh.
There's a documentary you can watch on it, along with the Donner Party one. Just watch them back to back.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Wow.
Sounds like a good evening.
Ironically, bringing this up, McDonald's is also rolling out a line of coffee shops.
I mean, their coffee is apparently pretty good.
Apparently.
Is their coffee good?
Salt.
Yeah, apparently, like out of like all like the fast food chains, like it's one of the best.
Wow.
Okay.
I've not been to McDonald's in 3 years.
Okay. Well, hold on. When we talk about coffee, I'm realizing now we're talking about coffee with giant air quotes around it. Milkshakes, because they do the Starbucks thing where it's like crazy stuff, and I'm assuming
no. Like they do the crazy stuff, but like their normal coffee is apparently like
isn't the brand they use like Seattle's Best or something like that?
I think so.
I think it's literally one of the competitors to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild.
Yeah. Okay. They're not launching a spin-off chain of coffee shop called Cosmic. Cosmic spelled COSMC.
Wow. That also I didn't know. Huh.
I mean, I haven't had McDonald's coffee in a long time, but like McDonald's coffee was, It was utilitarian. that was how I viewed it. I was like, well,
it is caffeine, water, and bitter in a cup.
yeah, which is exactly what I wanted on a long drive.
I can taste my own bitterness in it. Oh God. So man, I miss freaking
day old black coffee, as cold and bitter as I am.
I miss Tim Hortons, man. Like me and Erica, whenever we go up to Canada to visit her family, we get so much Tim Hortons. It's like probably unhealthy.
I don't think you got any while you were here. I was surprised.
No, we didn't get. We tried to, but we ended up not that one day that we were hanging out with you because we were going to go and eat meat instead, and we didn't want to fill up on coffee earlier in the day.
We got Tim Hortons here in the States.
I can only imagine, Jared, like you crossing over customs and then being like, "Do you have anything to declare?" And you looking shifty, you'd be like, "No," and they say, "We're gonna have to search your car." Open the trunk, and it's just filled to the brim with Tim Hortons coffee beans.
All right, so I want
not
you
even
to know,
in a bag or package. It's literally
it's just in the trunk. The bags
No,
would
no.
take up too much space. It's just the beans.
All right, this is too real because me and Erica, we order a what is it called? Like a commercial sized box of Tim Hortons K-Cups, and that's what we make our coffee out of at the house. Because I've been learning how to like make specialty coffee at the house because I am tired of paying $6 a cup for coffee. So I learned how to make it, but we specifically use Tim Hortons like dark roast K-Cups, and we buy them by the hundreds, dude, because we go through them. It's insane.
Do you have like those really like bougie machines where it's like you mix up the coffee grounds and like press them down and like drips through the thing?
So no, actually, I have the K1500 Keurig coffee maker, and I have a video.
And they don't
on
sponsor
YouTube
the
about it.
podcast.
Yeah.
They don't-
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, not yet. But yeah, no, I bought that sucker because have I ever told you all the story of like my day that I needed to go get a new coffee maker?
I don't think so. Unless it's a story of the Stepmania machine.
I like you just ending.
Shut up.
I like you just ending it there. It's like, have I ever told you the story of my day?
It was my day. Whenever I got. All right, hold on. I'll make it fast. All right, this will be
Please, Uncle Jared, please tell us another story.
You don't get to talk, Stephen George. All right? You and your $1.50 hot dog. All right, so
Your $30 haircut.
Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.
So I go to make coffee one morning. I get up and the coffee maker, I smell smoke coming from it. It basically shorted itself out, and we don't know exactly why. It just died. So I went to Walmart, go pick up another coffee maker, and then I come back home, and it does not work out of the box. I'm like, what the frick? I go to take it back. I get another one. That one also doesn't work out of the box. I'm like, all right. So I am to the point where I'm a little bit livid because all I want is coffee, and it's taken me like 2.5 hours. I am not going to Starbucks. All right, I'm not doing it because I'm gonna win this day. So I was a little bit irritated.
Go to Starbucks. The Starbucks wins.
So I was a little bit irritated. And yes, I checked it. I checked all different outlets and all that stuff. It just did not work. Both of them did not work out of the box. I did bring them back, get my money back. Anyways, so I am on my way. I'm going to Staples because I know that at Staples they have like a coffee section, like a coffee machine section. I'm not going back to Walmart because I'm mad. So I get stuck behind. Well, I'm on this 2-lane road, sorry, and I'm stuck behind this very, very lovely yet exceedingly slow couple on their bikes, and I cannot go around them. So I'm seething. I'm just like, And then I get to the end of the road, and then there is a funeral procession that goes in front of me for about half a mile. But then at that moment, I thought to myself, I was like, it was like one of those moments where something clicked in my head. I'm like, my day's actually not that bad. I could be attending a funeral. So my mood instantly changed. And I was like, you know what? I am happy that I am alive right now. So I go to frickin' Staples. And I walk in there, and on sale right in front of my face is the Keurig K1500 professional grade commercial coffee maker that can work up to 10. It's for up to 10 employees at a business, and it is on sale for half off. I buy that sucker. I put it on my freaking shoulder whenever I walk in the house, and I'm like, honey, guess who freaking got a new coffee maker? And I was so happy because that thing has been working like a charm, and I love it. So that is my story on the K1500 coffee maker.
I'm sorry. My
Not
mind
sponsored.
went a completely different place when you were talking about the funeral procession. In that moment, I thought, they already have the casket.
See,
I was thinking like, wow, it took this funeral to really cheer me up.
no, but that was the thing. That was the thing, though, because I was sitting there. I was like, oh man, what a awful day, right? Like my crap was just breaking and not working. And then I see a funeral procession go by, and I'm like, you know what?
At least I ain't that guy.
Yeah, at least I'm not attending a funeral. Like it was just one of those moments where I'm just like, man, things are actually okay. Like because you get just in the moment and you get like upset, right, about some stuff sometimes. And then like you see like a bigger picture and you're just like, man, you know what? Let's have a good day instead. Like that's the type of mindset that I try to stick with.
There's an alternate universe where you walked in through that door carrying that coffee maker soaked in blood and you're like, guess who got a coffee maker for free?
See, when you were stopped behind the funeral procession, you were like, I had a thought. I was thinking that you were going to say, you know what? I don't need coffee. I'm over it. I'm going to evolve a past coffee and then go.
Oh
home.
no. Oh no. You don't understand.
You pushed on.
My beautiful wife got me addicted to drinking like a cup of coffee a day. So I blame her, but I also thank her because I very much enjoy it. It's something that we get to enjoy together.
I love how differently we thought the story was going to go when it came to the funeral procession.
Dude, everybody's different, and I love that so much. Caffeine is a drug. Oh yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I do drink. I do typically drink a cup of coffee every day. I drink 1 cup in the morning, but I haven't had caffeinated coffee for the entirety of this year. Like basically all of 2023, I've only drank decaf. So I consume an extremely small amount of caffeine. Like maybe once a week I'll have like a can of Coke or something, but that's like all the caffeine that I drink anymore.
Didn't you have to stop?
Yeah, well, caffeine messes with my stomach. So that's the big thing. I don't get any benefit mentally from it. Like it doesn't wake me up, it doesn't keep me awake. So there's not a benefit from that. So the only thing that it really does is upset my stomach.
Wait.
So
do you find when you
decaf.
drink any caffeine, do you find that it mellows you out?
No.
Okay, it just does nothing.
It is a drink.
Huh.
My thing is like I can't. Well, I don't like drinking like regular milk. Like I get like the lactose free milk and that stuff. Like regular milk fricks on my stomach. It makes me makes it very upset. But like the lactose free milk is perfect for it. That's what we use, and like it's always so much better than going to Starbucks because they put like the extra whole milk, like the omega whole milk in there, and it's just like my stomach's like, oh frick that.
Jared, I thought you were better than this. I can't believe you're so intolerant of lactose.
Frick lactose kicks me in the stomach. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm on bad terms with it too.
All my homies hate lactose.
I'm still trying to figure out what foods make me a bad. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm working on it.
So it's
Make
not
you a
consistent.
bad?
Whatever keeps making you stomach sick. Like it's not always something with dairy in it. It's not always something.
Well,
with
so
gluten in it.
I did a very good job of keeping up with my food diary, like real good for like 3 months, maybe 3.5 months. And I had been monitoring it through that time, and it just kept, the data kept changing. I was like, oh, it must be this. And then after I went a little bit further, it's like, oh, it's changing. Oh, it's changing. So like, I clearly need more data, but it's hard to keep doing that because I did it real hardcore for 3.5 months. And then I'm like, all right, I'm distracted and I can't keep doing this because I'm doing other stuff.
I'll shut my mouth.
John, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I do not have ADHD.
All right.
I do know. I saw a bunch of people in chat that were like, "This is," and I understand, but like, you can't take it from just like a few little things. I know 100% that I don't.
None of us nor chat is a licensed professional, so yeah.
But we've had similar
There's gonna be that
experiences, so
one
that's
person
why.
in chat. There's gonna be that one person in chat who speaks up and is like, actually, I do have my degree.
Actually, shush. This is a podcast.
Yeah, I have done the necessary things to definitively say that.
Okay.
I'd like to tell you about the failings of the not sponsored Vizio TV.
Oh no.
What?
Smart TVs these days don't let you control your TV from your from like the buttons on the back. And the remote broke. Another remote, the like the internals of the TV that let the remote work broke.
Oh God.
So I was like, okay, well maybe it's like a software thing. So I factory reset the TV, which reset the game mode, which means all my games on that TV now have like a terrible delay.
Ugh.
And I was just like, well, that didn't work. And it's like, and I looked up, it's like, how else can I control the TV? It's like, you can use a phone app to do it. And I was like, great. Wait a minute. I have to get to the menu in order to be able to connect my TV to the internet. I can't do that. And it's like, well, no problem. Because if you plug in a USB keyboard into the port on the side, you can control your TV that way. Turns out when you do that, it only controls certain things, like popping up an ad for the built-in smart TV or like the built-in like casting thing, as well as like showing me what input it's on, creating a red bar for some reason, and hard resetting the TV.
Oh my God.
So you know that didn't work, and I'm like fuming at this point. So it's just like, you know what? Let me see if I could pop open the TV and see if I can like figure something out. Pop open the back of the TV. Guess what? I'm not licensed in electronics and that kind of thing. That was complicated as all hell. So I popped the thing back on and like just send it off to a repair like station. But it, you know, completely frustrating that it's like the component where the remote works doesn't work. You require me to connect to the internet to fix it. There's no alternative that I could plug in to do that. And the thing and the buttons on the TV do absolutely nothing to circumvent any of this. Smart TV, not smart.
No, TV bad.
Man, I used to work at Best Buy, and I don't think they had Vizio. That's a Walmart brand, I think. But they had.
I got my Vizio from Best Buy.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
wow! I didn't know they had those at Best Buy. They had like it starts with an I. I can't remember.
Insignia.
But I would Insignia. Yeah, I would. God, you couldn't pay me to. You could not pay me to buy a Insignia TV. I'm sorry, because I've seen so many of them come back through Best Buy. Man, it was so bad. But yeah, Vizio. I didn't know Vizio was a not a Walmart brand.
I think it's just like a just
Generic.
a brand. Yeah. Like a name, just a name brand. Yeah, no, it's but
On is the Walmart brand. That's right. O and N.
But it's I remember like there was a time like where smart TVs were first starting where they did have like these panels on there where it's like it looked like a little joystick on the back and it's like you click it in, it brought the menu up, and then you could control it through there. They don't got that anymore. It's on a Vizio TV, it is 4 buttons: power, volume up, volume down, input. And there are like maybe 2 combinations of buttons that do other thing. Holding down the power button like hard resets the TV, and holding down input and volume down factory resets it.
Brilliant.
You know, speaking of TVs, a piece of technology that I just got was I needed to fix an audio situation in our loft for streaming.
I need to cut you off for just a second. Sapphire Becca just made a bit of fan art that's on screen right now. Donner Coffee. At least I'm not attending a funeral.
Wow.
What the frick?
So yeah, I had some audio issues that I wanted to solve in the loft, and specifically I needed to get like a speaker of some sort. I wanted the computer to be hooked up to a speaker, but leave the TV audio for the game, so I could have both things at once without trying to mix them. And I thought about my options, and then I realized for just a little more money, I could replace the audio stuff in the living room and move that stuff to the loft. So I wound up getting it was cheap because it's a cheaper thing, and also it was Black Friday, but I got a surround system. I have 5.1 surround sound now, and setting it up was a bit it was a little more difficult than it should have been because it did not come with a manual. You had to go online and like figure it out there. But once I got it set up, it is neat. But the thing that I wanted to point out was that I went back and I played, this will sound very stupid. I went back and I played Earthbound. And Earthbound is stereo. However, the experience of having the audio come out in front of you and behind you does change it in a way that I was not expecting. And it was so weird. Me and Mal were sitting on the couch. I'm going through Earthbound, and Mal's like, I'm hearing some of the sound effects like in a way that I haven't heard them before. Like hearing Buzz Buzz move around like had a different feel. Hearing the music was interesting because like it does take advantage of the stereo channel, so it's like going from the left to the right with some of the melody. It was really neat. Like you would not expect playing a Super Nintendo game with surround sound to be like an interesting experience, but it actually was. It was very cool.
That's cool.
I guess it's also like the source of like it's all like the source of where the sound's coming from, because even though it's stereo, instead of it coming from just like a speaker that's directly in front of you, it's coming from speakers that are like, you know, behind you and like, you know, farther away from the TV than you're used to.
And like when people talk about surround sound, they're talking about the individual channels. It can be mapped to different things.
Right.
But also the concept of surround sound being like literally surrounding you it's neat. Like even playing a Super Nintendo game and hearing it all around you is a very cool experience. I'm looking forward to trying out some other old games with it.
My brother had a surround system for like a while, and at one point like him, his girlfriend at the time, my cousin and I were playing Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And during one part where like the music is like very like you know, it's like very spooky. It's very like ambient. It's like one constant like noise. And like they were sitting like on the floor in front of, because they were like really in depth. I picked up one of the speakers and held it right up to my brother's ear while I was just making this noise, and he didn't notice for a little bit until he realized that the music was a lot louder to him than it was to everybody else.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I haven't played like a modern game yet, because like even I think certain Switch games support it as well. Like you can play like Breath of the Wild with true surround sound, but like I haven't tried that yet.
Oh man, speaking of like surround kind of thing, there's in the Mario RPG remake, the like the dungeon theme, like that da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, like that. It has like this weird like scratching sound in it. And it's like, and whenever it plays while I have my headphones on, I think there's somebody behind me, like shuffling something around, and it freaks me out every time. And that's a mainstay of that song. Wow, chat is still on with the Donner Party stuff.
Well, it's because I just put it up on chat, or it was the thing I put on screen.
No, that's what I was referencing to. Is just like we've gotten a disturbing amount of fan art relating to the Donner Party, called McDonners. Try our new bitter coffee with a purchase of a Cannaburger.
Man, I'm just telling y'all, you read that Wikipedia article and you're gonna want to watch that PBS special. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, spooky sounds come from video game. News at film at 11.
I don't think I've ever actually played anything in surround sound, like actual surround sound before.
It's neat. Like I don't know. I haven't watched a movie yet, and I'm curious to do that. Like a movie that really takes advantage of it. And like to an extent you have, because you've been to a theater, right? Like a theater is going to give you that experience. But it is different at home because it's like the acoustics and everything are changed.
The acoustics are different, and the sound, and like unlike a movie theater, the sound is only coming from in front of you most of the time.
Yeah. So Yeah, I'll report back once I've tried some more stuff, because it has been very, very fascinating to me. And it was the thing that like I didn't want. It's not like I was like, oh man, I need an excuse. It was like, oh well, this could be interesting. This would upgrade, both areas if I do this. And like now I'm like, oh, this was super cool. I have no regrets doing this. And yeah, Dan pointed out that we watched the GTA 6 trailer with surround sound. I don't know if it actually took advantage of it, but we did see the trailer. Did y'all see the trailer for 6?
Yeah, I've only seen the clips where they reference like Florida Man stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it quite yet.
Like the woman with the 2 axes, or like the guy's what is it called? Mugshot. The guy getting his mugshot taken.
I thought the mugshot was like their preview of the online mode.
I mean, they haven't.
Time. I think it was a different. It looked like it was from like a cutscene or like in game or something like that.
They haven't said anything about any online yet.
Oh, of course, the game's not out until 2025. So
it's also not coming to PC on launch, which is par for the course, I guess, for GTA.
Either. Yeah, 5 and 4 didn't either. It took them a while.
5 didn't, 4 didn't, Red Dead 2 didn't. It took time for all of them. It's very upsetting for me. I would much rather play it on PC.
I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on PC, I guess.
I mean, we have a PS5, and the real question will be, how long could I wait? And the answer is probably not at all. GTA is one of my favorite series.
I mean, like, I probably would be okay not moving to PC in GTA 6 if it had crossplay, but Sony's very stubborn on that, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't think I've played a GTA game since GTA 3, honestly.
Oh, it's changed a lot.
Oh, I know. So I've watched people play it. Like, I've definitely watched people, but
it's honestly closer to correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like GTA 5 online in its current state feels closer to Saints Row 3.
I mean, I feel like GTA Online and GTA 5 are very different experiences.
They are.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because like the vibe of online is insanity. Whereas if you're thinking about like the single player campaign for GTA 5, that's a different beast. It's still a very fun game with very fun missions, very fun story.
It's one thing that's always wild to me is how they try to implement like the GTA Online character as like a part of the world with like cutscenes. And the way they do it makes it seem like that like you're the only one, when really there's like a ton of other people around. It's like kind of like how like Warcraft kind of does that in the same way, where it's like you're the hero who, I don't know, like slew Deathwing or like Arthas, like if you happen to do those things. But it's like in reality, like everybody else has done that as well. And it would just be neat to kind of have a game that sort of like realize the insanity of having so many people in the world with military grade weapons that are just going around like, doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, about the only acknowledgement that they have in GTA Online is that there's missions that require multiple people.
Yeah,
so then
heists.
In those cutscenes, then you have multiple people, but that's about it. Of course, I'm trying to think of a game where you would have 100 people and they'd be like, this is a story-based game with 100 people and it's time for the cutscene that involves all 100 people.
So there's actually something really cool that happens in Final Fantasy XIV with that. Like, in one of the fights, it has to be like there are different like what are called reflections. So you basically call other reflections of the Warrior of Light to come and fight with you, and it actually makes sense. Like it was incredible whenever I saw it for the first time. I was like, holy frick.
So
they
found a way to do it in the game that made sense canonically.
Yes, yeah, it actually made sense canonically, and I was like, "That's awesome." I'm not going to say what it is because it's a spoiler, but it's just incredible how it worked. And now they kind of do it for a lot of different things, but it was really sick on that one exact example.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that like it kind of follows the same vibe as Syndrome from The Incredibles. You know, everybody is like is super in that game. And on top of that, like they're treated like the main characters. So like it's kind of like when everyone's the main character, nobody is. I think we really need to accentuate in video games more of the fact that all the players are just a cog in the machine. Oh man. I don't know how to segue into this, but Dragon Ball Fighter's got a rollback netcode.
Oh, it actually got the update.
Yep, the beta for it is out.
Oh, because people were memeing on that for years now, it feels like.
Yeah. It was really funny because Lythera was about to put out a Dragon Ball FighterZ video when they announced rollback, and when they put it out, they made a ton of jokes about rollback never coming out, which immediately were dated.
Yep, dude, I love that video. It was so funny. Oh god, I can't believe they actually did it. Like honestly, because that has been a thing that people have been asking for literal years. But
I went back into it to do like some combos, and the characters I've been enjoying most have been Kid Buu, Android 16, and one other that I can't remember.
Bro, 16 the dunks, man.
He's fun. I wasn't like
so good.
I always think of like grapplers as like really complex, but like no, they're like that's like super easy to pull off and like incredibly fun.
Yeah, 16, Super Broly, and Frieza is my team. I freaking love that team. I know it's like horribly just stupidly balanced, but I don't care.
Honestly, like when I look at characters like to play as, I look at their I go through like each one and I look at their special moves list, and if it extends like more than like halfway further down than like the first page allows, I'm like, too complicated, don't want to do this one.
You would love freaking Asuka in Guilty Gear Strive, because he literally plays Yu-Gi-Oh while you're fighting.
That's incredible.
Like you have to draw cards, so it's a quarter circle with quarter circle like square or quarter circle, like all the four face buttons.
Ginyu was the other one I was having fun with.
Ginyu's super fun.
Ginyu was very fun.
But yeah, like Asuka, basically you have four different card slots that you have to draw for, and then you have you use the cards with the backwards button, and then you have different type sets that you can get. So you have like 3 different full-on card things that you can pull from, and it's freaking ridiculous.
That sounds so complicated.
It's freaking ridiculous, man. I love that character just because of how stupid like his stuff is, because you could just literally throw cubes at people for like days, and it's so fun. Asuka is insanely complicated.
Remember, this is a game series that added in a character who fights people with like pool balls that you can set up around the stage and just connect into each other.
Yeah. And also a living weapon, a big guy, an American with a coffin, as a weapon. Like, the game is so good.
One of my favorite things, like mods I've seen, was on a Octopimp stream. He had it of what was his name? Something Lewis? Gold Lewis.
Yeah, Gold Lewis Dickinson.
Gold Lewis Dickinson as the Colonel from KFC.
Dude, yeah, and the freaking thing's a big old bucket.
Bucket of chicken, yeah.
Oh god, yeah. That was some funny crap.
I can't think of Gold Lewis Dickinson without thinking of the Colonel now. Because that was my first time seeing Gold Lewis was modded as the Colonel.
Dude, I wish that I was good with Gold Lewis, because like, man, that coffin is so fun. Like the Behemoth Typhoon is just one of the most fun moves in video games, because when you hit it, it feels meaty. It's just like, oh, I just got hit with a fucking coffin. Oh my god.
Well then.
He chips you. Like, his chip damage is more than most hits with like any of the lower like or higher speed characters like Chip Zanna his chips hit you harder than them. It's freaking hilarious.
God, it's wild.
I play Potemkin. All I want to do is hug people and then proceed to break their spine.
I was looking at the thread of out-of-pocket fighting game moments. And
yeah.
My favorite one, it'll always be my favorite one, someone during a tournament pulling off a happy birthday in Skullgirls. Yeah. But to those who don't know, happy birthday in fighting games that have like assist characters, happy birthday is when the assist character is out but also being hit. So 2 characters are being hit by one person. That's considered a happy birthday. the character Big Band has a unique level 5 super where when it activates, there's a moment where time pauses and you can enter in button commands to play notes. So he gets the combo off, goes into the level 5, and then plays Happy Birthday on the notes, and then just finishes off with the level 5, and it's incredible.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna break the one where it goes burr 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 burr. That's my favorite.
That one's good
one.
too, but I like the Happy Birthday one.
Yeah, both of those moments are freaking legendary, man. Oh god.
It's the best BM in any fighting game.
If you have a fighting game where you have a triple character select, and you get all 3 characters in a combo, that's called a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yep.
I love that. Oh man. I need to play more fighting games. I haven't played Strive in a while, actually.
What was the other one? We should play Fighters at some point.
We should. I'm bad. I'm bad at it now, man. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm not that great at it either. Like I'm very new when it comes to fighting games. I'm more of a fan of fighting games than I am like actually involved with them. Fighters is really the first fighting game that I'm actually learning if you don't count Smash, which Smash is its Smash might as well be its own beast. It's a platformer fighter. It's not a fighter.
Just say traditional fighter because most people know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Like
the other clip I was thinking of though was somebody shield broke Ness with with Shulk, and they jumped off the stage and it's the build up to I forgot the name of the song is called, but you will know our names. It's the build up to your names. He jumps off, the music stops, comes back, backslashes into him, and then it starts up again with you will know our names with the kazoo. So good,
man. That whole freaking thread was glorious. Like I watched I think it was Maximilian Dude's video on that thread, and him just going through all the really freaking great moments of that. I love that crap, man.
I love it when crazy stuff happens in fighting games. It's so fun. I was watching a combo video for Terry in it's King of Fighters, right? That's the name of the series now because jump from thing to thing. King of Fighters, and one of the combos uses Buster Wolf not to actually hit, but to close the ground to continue the combo.
Yeah,
that's
like he just starts up with the "Are you okay?" and then just continues punching him like not even finishing it off.
You don't even get to answer.
Yeah, because you can super cancel out of or dream cancel or whatever you want to do in and out of like the supers and specials. So
yeah.
As long as you got the meter for it, it's legal.
Bro, they gave freaking Potemkin. They gave Potemkin a jetpack in Strive recently. He now has like a diagonal moving freaking thing. You can Roman cancel that sucker to fly through the air and basically get in range for a Potemkin buster. In Exerd, there was a move called the ICPM, which was the Intercontinental Potemkin Missile. And basically he jumps at the person like a lawn dart because he has like a freaking spike on his head in that game. And it is the funniest thing, but now the ICPM is back because you can do it with the jetpack. With the jetpack. And it's just so freaking sick. Oh god. The Roman cancel gives a lot more movement option for a big guy like Potemkin in that game.
I need to look up Potemkin. He's like the really big guy with like the giant arms, right?
Yeah. The super huge like soldier, I guess, in Strive. And like Exard and Strive, they put him in armor, but like he used to be just kind of walking around with a giant red collar.
Yeah, now he is a living weapon, and he is so good. Also an artist, by the way.
Isn't there a fighting game where one of the my editor Austin was telling me about this? Wasn't there a fighting game where one of the characters is just literally a tank?
Oh yeah, that's Blitz Tank.
Wait, which one was it?
Blitz Tank.
Oh, Blitz Tank. Got it.
Blitz
okay.
Tank, yeah. That was in Blaze Blue, right?
No, he's in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. But he is from another. He's like a Dojin fighting game series. I can never remember the actual name.
I'm looking at his picture now. It's so ridiculous. It actually kind of looks like what the hell's the name of that Pokemon? The one that's supposed to be a building. Oh shoot.
Oh,
Here,
I don't know.
For those who've never seen Blitztank, I'll pop the image up on screen here for y'all.
Duraludon. It looks like Duraludon, but the head is a skull. The head is a human skull.
I forgot he existed, man.
That is a fighting game character.
Amen. It is. That is 100% a fighting game character. Oh my god.
Is this alive?
Who knows?
I mean, it's like mass produced, kind of like the Terminator. I think specifically this plot-wise, this Blitztank is supposed to have like some sort of intelligence, but also like I don't think it even talks during cutscenes or barely does. I forget.
But it's not like organic. It's
it's literally like a robotic tank.
That depends. Is the skull organic or is it or is that artificial just to look cool?
Oh yeah,
No,
and there's no answer.
Dude, in Guilty Gear Strive, you can play as Bedman with a question mark, who's literally a bed.
I have to look this up now. Bedman Guilty Gear.
Bedman
it's gotta be Bedman with a question mark because there's two different Bedmans. Technically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bedman is like he's insanely good too. Like he's fun to play with. But yeah, like Bedman's fun. Freaking.
Well, I see a person in that bed. Is that part of the character?
That is from Exerd.
Okay.
You're looking for Strive because there's a little girl that follows him around. Delilah follows him around in Strive.
What about the dude with the bag on his head? Faust?
Yeah, Faust. Yeah. Faust was the guy who got me into freaking Guilty Gear because of his theme, Alone Infection. Like somebody showed me that on cast, and I was like, "What is this from? I have got to play this game." Holy frick, dude! I love that game.
His theme is what got you into it, and not how nonsensical Faust is.
Bro, so I had never played Guilty Gear before. Like I had never played Guilty Gear. Like I've seen like moments of like I know of his freaking colonoscopy super from Exerd, but like I've never played those games before. But like the song Alone Infection is just so freaking good that I was just like, all right, I need to do it. And then I mained him for a little while. And like he's crazy, but then I found Potemkin, and Potemkin is he's my bro, man. I love that character.
I don't know why when you called like the let's see, ICPM, is that what it is? When
ICPM.
Described as a lawn dart. It just made me think of like someone walking by and now suddenly they've got the entirety of Potemkin sticking out of their head.
Oh man,
Steven, you played Guilty Gear on Extra Life, right?
So technically I didn't. We let Haley and Lindsay play, and that was it. They exclusively played against each other and tried every character, and it was a wild experience.
I was
screaming. No one in the room had ever played Guilty Gear.
I was screaming as someone who like grew up on Double X. I was just like losing it listening to you guys try to explain everything and piece everything together. I'm like, oh my god.
Like I had to open the manual and read the manual because we had no idea like what all of the different meters were or how to make them go. So that was a fun experience. But on the Wii version, you can just like shake the controllers or something, and that was much easier. You don't have to put in like button combos. You can just be like, shake the nunchuck.
Haley in chat just said Robo Kentucky was good.
That's Robo Kai.
Okay.
Robo Kentucky. Oh,
this
man.
Bizzard the Wizard art there have been some cursed Bizzard the Wizard drawings. This is probably one of the most cursed.
That's fricked up.
Bizzard the Wizard and the Snibbling that ate the Donner Party. And it's the Stephen George drawing or it's Bizzard the Wizard riding on the Stephen George drawing of Chikorita that has arms and bones coming out of its mouth.
Dude, the very tiny pupils on Bizzard the Wizard is sending me.
Yeah, that's that explains an entire story here. Jasper's been on point with the Bizzard the Wizard drawings.
I love the fact that is still something that exists. Like the fact
the fact that like a year and a half ago we were sitting around like watching John play Billy the Wizard and just like, oh, Bizzard the Wizard, yada yada. And we got a ton of donations of different Billy the Wizard titles as Bizzard the Wizard.
Dude, my favorite one was Biz with the Wizard.
Your pronunciation of that was so good.
That is one of my favorite things. Like sometimes my chat will start just gifting subs to random freaking gibberish, and like I have to like figure out how to say it. So it's like, oh, thank you so much for the sub. Like something like that. It's just the best freaking crap.
Decoy Troy in chat. I legitimately forgot the name was Billy the Wizard.
I know. Me too, honestly.
He goes to Pig Pimple University.
Like this one here. Gokai Orange just gifted a sub to hold on. It's
Hey, Jobs
thank you very much. Yeah, it took me a second. I had to stop the chat from moving.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's always super fun.
I did sneeze. But over the years, what are your guys' favorite Coliseum moments?
Oh God.
We've done 6 of these so far. Jared was not involved in the first one, but so he's got less.
So he's
years
not allowed to
choose
have any
from.
say in this.
Okay. I don't know. Like
nobody wants to go.
I've got a
so
couple
go
in mind. I'm
first.
trying to narrow them down.
I'm thinking. Also, this is a great one. Baka 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 baka.
Oh no, that's the cry of Jinx from Pokemon.
Oh my God. I remember freaking Kizaron doing that during a whatchamacallit event.
During a GDQ.
Oh man. I'll be honest, like one of my favorite moments was the nap time, just because of the fact that I had to experience all that and I actually fell asleep. Like I
thought that
believe
was
I actually fell asleep.
incredible.
That was so good.
Like basically everything after Jack exploding the freaking speakers in that place. Like after that and after you doing the whatchamacallit,
The story, yeah, the
workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, the workout. I fell asleep after that. Like I can't remember which one came first, but I know that I fell asleep for at least like 10 minutes.
Pretty sure workout was first.
Yeah. But Jack freaking exploding those speakers was the loudest sound I think I've ever heard in my life. Like
we did not mean for the sound to be that loud when Jack.
If you go back and watch that, video, you will see me visibly jerk.
I've watched that video and I can't see it. I do not see you like you flinch or anything.
Really? Dude,
yeah,
did I play that off well?
The covers cover you well.
Wow. Okay. Because like, yeah, I know that I was like just a little bit because that was loud. That was insane. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite moments. Also, the first time I was at Coliseum and we were playing Mario Party, because that was like the first time me and John kind of jived together.
Yeah, we were very in sync during that. It was really fun.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably from this year's. It had to be, if not nap time, Werewolf, when everyone was pretending to be everyone else.
That was so good.
I was sitting in the green room working on like the segments for the next day, and I was like, I have to go in the room and watch this right now.
Yep. Erica
that was incredible.
Nailed you, dude.
I know. I was just shocked at how well she got. I'm like, we've barely hung out. How the hell did she get me down that well?
Like Jack imitating me made me made me cringe and have a little bit of an existential crisis.
Hey,
he made you
both
you
of us,
think,
baby. Let's go.
Yeah, he made you think about like what the things you say. Oh man.
Yeah.
And of course, I can't get away from that one without saying that I'm pretty sure Massey was going to kill Dan.
Oh yeah. 100%. Dude, I was really glad that I got Tim, because Tim is really easy, because he will just play, make the face, and just like he just vibes, man. He's a really, really easy one to do a whatchamacallit of.
Impression?
Yeah, impression of. Thank you.
Yeah. No, everyone was batting 1,000 in that.
Chat's
the Mal sweep.
Yeah, Chat's favorite seems to be Mal sweep.
Yep.
Yeah, I think in previous...
This year I did like the from the That's My Jam thing or whatever the show was, where for the final round they put up the graphic of what the game was in the final round.
And then I got to paint Jiggy's face. I forgot about that. My prize was just
I remember that because you like chased him around the room for a little bit, like he ran off as he saw you coming.
They hired me on, and they just said like, and if you get any right, you get to paint his face. I'm like, all right, we're gonna have some fun today.
Oh man,
I still like some of like the more scuffed ones from like the early years. Particularly the D&D segment and the improv segment. Well, they weren't necessarily good for garnering like donations because there wasn't as much like interactivity there. That was some of the most fun I ever had.
Yeah, I gotta say probably the first two Chaos Fortune cookies are my favorite because the first one had like John on Halo Reach and disc only.
Oh yeah.
And then the second one was the Rosa John costume year, and that was just a bunch of fun to do too.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Even if that gave Dan a new character, was it Dirty Dan? I think became his nickname for a little while there.
That was also was it the Rosa John year that had the No, it was the year before that with the.
I do not remember that.
The Thirsty Dan. That was the thing. But no, the Cold Stone Creamery one too.
Yeah, that was Cold Stone Creamery. That was Rosa John, and that was where Jules said, "Why am I getting in trouble?" And you're all talking about like licking rims or shit like that. And just crack up laughing.
Talking about super soaking your rim.
Oh my God.
I'm just like falling out of like frame, just laughing in the dress.
Come on down to Cold Stone Creamery.
We'll give you you.
Yeah. One scoop of vanilla straight into your palm. You.
How did we get away with half the stuff we did, even in that year alone? That Chaos Cookie was unhinged.
When I think of like my favorite Kahlo moments, the one that always sticks out so vividly is definitely singing the Mario song. That's certainly high.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I think for me, like a lot of my favorite moments have always been bumpers, and I think it's just because I spent so much time making them, like shooting them and editing them. So when I think of Coliseum, like I think of the event, but like a lot of what I think about is the individual bumpers we've made. Like I think of like Tom walking in the sand in a bathrobe, and how ridiculous it was to film that. We
couldn't get my hood to stay down for the life of me. We ended up duct taping it to my forehead. Yeah.
Like most recently from the last one, like the Taco Bell one with Dan and like his wife is dead. Like that's very.
That was so.
Some people were like, "That's too dark," and I was like, "Incorrect. That's very."
We were laughing when you put up like the Rip Linda, and then you add the damn bell to the end of it too. We were just cracking up at that.
We were just hanging out in the green room, like doing whatever, and like all of a sudden, I just hear Steven burst out laughing, and we all look, and it's the moment he put on there where it's like the end of it, and it comes up with Rip Linda with the Taco Bell bell.
It is such a good sign. If you are working on a project and you make yourself laugh,
oh yeah,
that's good. That's like, okay, if you're working by yourself and you laugh, it's like that's good. Something's good.
Dude,
it also depends on the person if you make yourself laugh, because there are some conceited people who will laugh at everything that they do. But like, but we're not like that. I'd like to think.
Dan just wrote in the chat, I still miss her.
Oh my God, that's so good.
You know, it's funny you say that, and like now it's gonna sound like I'm conceited. Thanks, Tom. But like whenever I'm doing my YouTube video, like
You're
highlight
not
stuff.
conceited, though.
No. Whenever I'm doing my YouTube stuff, I will be snickering and like giggling, and Erica will be like, "Oh, those are good videos, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like she can hear me from upstairs, just like I'm watching my own stuff and like finding really funny moments.
There's a quality. You know the quality of it though. You're not just like laughing at something because you did it, you know? Like,
oh no. It was just funny, the timing on what you just said, like before I was gonna say, hey, that's how I make my videos. Oh man.
Oh my God. From this past year, the part part during disc only where we all got up from the couch during the intro? It cuts back and Dan goes, "Hi," and then it cuts back to the intro. Oh, that was such good timing.
Oh, goodness me.
And then I gave the raspberry to Jules when he was sitting on all of our laps.
Yeah, and then you tried to fix his zipper with your teeth.
Oh yeah.
Man, yeah.
That segment was unhinged.
Yep.
But that
I
was two
enjoyed
separate
it.
things. No, I tried to undo his belt with my teeth. I looked down and I noticed that his flap was unzipped.
Oh, okay, much better, Tom. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
It's kind of the, not gonna lie, it's kind of the same thing.
Listen, the zipper is the gateway. The belt is just inserting the key into the lock.
All right.
Wow.
Never heard that before, but all right.
We can't forget the animated bumper either. That was incredibly well done and awesome.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad that none of you had seen it. Like, that they didn't get spoiled for any of you.
Oh, man.
And that I was able to film it. Because I know all the artists were like, oh my god, they were so happy to see the footage when I filmed you all reacting to it.
And I've heard a rumor that there's going to be another Runaway Guys Coliseum. Is that true?
Rumor has it there is going to be another one. I thought we were done with it, but they wanted us to come back for 7, so...
The 7th Runaway Guys Coliseum.
Yeah. So, I guess call dibs on your Final Fantasy 7 characters now.
Oh, I want to be like the big the whatever part of Kate Sith or Katchi or whatever their name is the big white guy.
You want to be the Moogle?
Is that a Moogle? He's riding on a Moogle?
It's a giant mech Moogle, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
What's
be
a
that.
mech? I
Yeah.
didn't know it was a mech.
It's got guns in it.
I've never played Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it. Not enough of it to know. Like, watching Erica play Remake has been freaking phenomenal for me. Like, that's how I know it. Whoever Red 13 is just outing themselves as a furry. Yeah, I want to be Red 13. Let's go.
For you, it'd be Blue 13.
Blue 13.
There you go. There you go. We're doing it. We're coming up with the branding for this.
Steven, I see you as a Barrett kind of guy.
I mean, I do too. So yeah.
You're very
Let's
similar.
die,
You
Cloud.
replaced your hand. You're very similar. You replaced your hand with a machine gun, just like him.
Yeah. Typing has been very difficult.
Dear
we're all
Barrett, how do you type with machine gun hand?
You know, we're just doing the best that we
I
can.
mean, I guess I just use the other hand.
Yeah. But slowly.
Who's Sephiroth?
Oh,
Tim.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh no, I want to be Zach. Me, Gongaga.
I have enough people in chat telling me that I am either Tifa or Cloud or female Cloud, which is just lightning. So wrong game, but nice try on that.
No, you're Cloud when they dress him up.
Oh, god damn it! God damn it!
In the honeybee or whatever.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Shit.
So I have it. So me and Erica have to be Zach and Aerith. We have to be. It's like required because she loves Zach literally. Like that is her favorite character other than Emmett Selk in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. So chat nicknamed all my Pokemon in my Scarlet and Violet run, and the dolphin Pokemon was named Emmett Selk by them, and people were like freaking out about it. It's like, hey, I don't know what this means, but y'all seem to like it.
Dolphin? Why would it be Dolphin for Emmett Selk?
I don't know. Well, it was. I mean, like it was. They were all randomly selected,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
but they were just like. Also, like Palafin is like supposed to be like a hero as well.
Dude,
Dan,
Palfin's such
Dan
a
wants to be a
good
chocobo.
Pokemon. But that means that Erica has to die. Nuh-uh. Not in the new one. They're rewriting that crap. I guarantee it.
No,
I won't allow it.
no. I think they said they're not going to mess with it nearly as much. I don't think they're going to rewrite that part.
Well, listen, it doesn't have to be canon, all right? This isn't canon. Literally freaking I'm X13.
Is that Virtua Fighter on screen right now with the car?
That is Fighters Mega Mix, but yeah, that is the car. That is the car from Daytona USA as a fighting game character. Yeah, Fighters Mega Mix. They were a secret unlockable character. I think the same game also has Pepsi Man as a secret fighter.
Did remind me of bad box art Mega Man in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
It's good old Hornet.
Not. Yeah, and by the way, anybody who's saying spoilers about the new Final Fantasy game, how can there be spoilers if it's not out yet? I don't know what's gonna happen in the game.
We're just reciting history. That's all.
The ICPM. Oh no.
Oh, it's great. The guy. So it's a screenshot from like that. I don't remember what it is, but it's a picture of like a kid with a bow and a guy in the hospital waiting room with an arrow sticking out of his chest. But instead of a bow, it's Guilty Gear Strive, and instead of an arrow, it's Potemkin embedded where the arrow is. In the guy's chest.
That's so good.
We should just download a bunch of crazy characters and play Mugen at Coliseum one year.
Oh god,
We
that would be
really
awesome.
should do that. Like, that would just be the natural evolution of the Soul Calibur segment.
Yeah. I love me some Salty Bet.
All right, we're getting the red light. We should probably start wrapping up here.
Sounds good. I gotta go fix my kitchen sink.
Did you tell that story? Was that when you were going to say
No.
it for the...
Oh yeah, that's right. It was. Long story short, my sink exploded and I had to replace it. And I've been a plumber for the past 2 days, and it's been very fun, actually, very fulfilling, because I feel like I've accomplished something. I learned how to completely redo my kitchen sink. Like I could take apart. I could take apart your kitchen sink without.
Can you take
breaking
apart my
something.
TV and fix it?
No, that I can't. Do.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Plumber is just a stone's throw away from electrician. I just
Yeah,
thought.
just same thing. They both handle electricity.
Yeah, you know
definitely.
what is a wire but a pipe for electricity?
Those
I
are
hate that makes sense.
not. Those are, well, yeah, but not in the same way, because if you disconnect a pipe, you get wet. Disconnect a freaking wire, you die. You know what I'm saying?
Sapphire Becca said, "Oops, I turned your TV into a sink."
Yeah. So a long story short, I went to go turn on my sink the other day, and what was it? A bolt popped out of the top of it, and water shot into the air, and it was incredible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was fine. Like it wasn't like super high pressure, but it did like shoot off, and there was just like a water spout in my kitchen. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 days, and it's actually been super fun.
Was anybody in proximity of the sink when it happened? Oh yeah, you said you turned it on.
I was home alone, so I didn't even get wet. It just shot directly upwards into the sink. It was actually incredible.
Oh,
So I got really lucky.
The water damage, on the other hand.
Wait a minute. I do have to say one thing about replacing the sink, okay, and then we'll wrap up. There was a soap dispenser that was built into the sink whenever we bought the house, okay? And I went underneath the thing, and and it was like hidden up there, so you never really saw what was inside of it. Because like inside of the soap dispenser, it's like an actual like bottle.
It's like a bottle.
Bottom.
Yeah, it's a bottle like screwed into the bottom of the counter.
Yes. So I go down under there to try and take it off, and inside the bottle, you think it's soap, so it would be okay. No, what I saw in that bottle, I can only describe as a death brown liquid. That is the word that I can.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like, I do not want to open this. I am afraid. I was gagging just by looking at it because it was disgusting. But luckily,
the soap lost the war on bacteria.
it definitely did. I don't know how many years that soap dispenser's been down there, not refilled, not touched by human hands. And I had to remove that today, and I instantly threw it out. Threw that sucker away. But yeah, death brown. That is the color that I'm calling that from now on. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm thinking about it. It's making oh God.
Well, while we're all gagging, let's do the talking points for today's disc only.
We'll gag more.
Microsoft songs. Hot dog threat. Oregon Trail, endless mode. Trivia games or tests. People in a rock tumbler. Cheered up by a funeral. All my homies hate lactose. Technology is stupid. Shake the nunchuck. Oh, shake the nunchuck. Good. My bad. I thought good was just one by itself.
Shake the nunchuck.
Good. You killed me. Good.
Good.
Favorite Coliseum moments. And, of course, the 8-bit plumber.
That's me.
That's you. Tom, what you got going on?
Oh, you can find me at various places here, like youtube.com/TomFox.
Oh, yeah. Don't you know, eh? Don't you know?
There you go there. There you go there. Yeah, no, I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Tom Fox is the name for both. Still working at Pokemon Infinite Fusion, Quagsire only run. We just finished up with most of Johto, and we're heading to the Sevi Islands. In terms of other stuff I got going on, been playing multiplayer games like Among Us. I've been giving Lethal Company a shot, Mario Kart, a bunch of those games that I normally play. Finishing up editing the Pikmin VOD, and then we'll be coming back to Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, with, you know, more pre-recorded Let's Plays coming down the pipeline sometime in the future. But what else I've got coming up, a few things I want to do. One, I want to go through every single Custom Smash video and do commentary over them.
Oh man.
And two, since we're coming to the end of the 3DS's online lifespan, I want to get a shiny Quagsire from Pokemon Coliseum and try to get every single ribbon for it up to Gen 9. We'll see how that goes. I'm also working at the 100 jumps in Super Mario RPG, but aside from that, mostly the usual stuff. Looking also to do some more crowd control stuff in the near future. And who really knows what else? Anyway, that's it for me. I've been Tom.
Oh, you're not anymore. What's the new name?
The new name is Tom.
Tom too.
It's Tom's with more O's. Okay.
It's really similar to the last name.
like how Reese is gonna have to continue to add S's onto her Twitch username after she continuously gets banned.
She's back down to Luca now, so.
Yeah, she lost a bunch of letters too.
Yeah.
So this month, Mao and I are doing breakfast stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. Pikmin is basically done. Actually, next week, the only thing we have left for Pikmin on Tuesday next week is Versus. So it's just going to be me and Mao fighting in Dandori Battle, and that happens Tuesday at 1. And then Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, we do Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We have been doing it for 26 weeks.
I thought you were going to say 26 years, and I'm like, yep, you're probably close then.
So that's half a year. We're making some progress. We're about to go to Gerudo for the first time ever. So that's
holy cow.
Yeah, we've only done 2 of the 4 things. So we're on
oh my god.
Yeah, we're halfway through some of the game, and it's been half of a year. So
you're going to destroy the rest of the game.
We're doing well. It's going okay. Otherwise, I typically do Starfields on Wednesdays. And the other thing, if folks don't know, I've been doing this little project that I do off and on. I think it's kind of fun. It's called Steven Vlog, and it just entered into its 15th year.
Hey, congratulations!
Congrats.
We finished year 14 in November. The vlog for that's not out yet, but I'll have it out soon. Yeah, there's so many of them. Watch a few.
What's your favorite Steven Vlog moment? Mine was the one where I used to lick chicken bouillon cubes in college.
Yeah, now I do that off camera because I don't need more comments about that.
As long as I keep bringing it up, you'll have plenty of comments about it. Now it's Jared's turn.
Jared, you can go now.
Oh, okay.
He was thinking about his sink.
No, I usually wait for John to say, Jared, what about you? So either way. Anyways, drums. I'm joking. Drumming Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday on both YouTube and Twitch. And just enjoying the rest of the year. Honestly, it's just the chaos is the normal things. Do want to give a quick shout out to everybody who gave during the Stand Up to Cancer charity stream. That stream raised $16,000.
Damn.
And I am just I'm completely blown away by everybody's support. and yeah, thank y'all for that. Holy frick. And we did it in honor of my mom and my friend Cortraction. My mom beat cancer, and Cortraction is currently beating cancer. So yeah, it was a really wonderful thing and an awesome way to cap off the year. So I'm just vibing for the rest of it. So thank you everyone who gave to that and who spread the word of it.
All right. So streaming still Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. This Friday, I'm also streaming Resident Evil 5 with one of my mods and friends, Camille. We're going to be playing through that on and off. I am also, in a couple weeks, guesting at a convention. I will be guesting at Holiday Matsuri in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to be running Throne Controllers there. The rest of TRG won't be there. It'll just be me. I'm going to be running some other segments there. So if you're in the Orlando area, come by and say hi. It's very close to Christmas, though. It's like December 20th, 21st, and 22nd, I think.
I can't believe we're getting a preview of GTA 6 before the rest of us.
I mean, it felt like it was time for it. And then we got MagFest next month, but I mean, we'll have disc only before that, I assume.
Yes.
But I actually want to use my slot to read out the following list of gift subs that we got during the show today.
Oh yeah, let's hear some of these gift subs.
All right. Gokai Orange gifted subs to WikiHole, Ass Muncher, Donner Party Barbecue, Donner Party Breakfast Meats, Donner Party Starter, Donner Party Xmas, Donner Party Leaderboard. Some of these are from other people too. Yeah, there are others too. Sorry, Gamers, Espionata, iHive, where they're all Steelbounds are all involved in this. But like, I'm just gonna keep going with these names here. Donner Dinner Party with PRTY first party. Donner Party Picnic, Donner _party of 48. Donner Party Rock Anthem. Donner Burger, Donner Party Picnic, Bizzard the Wizard, Waka 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 Waka. Read this, you won't. Yo, the 8-Bit Plumber, and Golden VCR, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
That exists? The 8-Bit Plumber exists?
Yeah.
As like a name?
Oh, and Clockwork slides in at the end with, and that's that. Dan, take us away. What you got going on?
Well, I've been streaming kinda. I'm trying to stream more often. Been playing Dave the Diver.
The game is so good.
Oh, it's so great.
Indie Game of the Year, baby's gonna win that game award, despite not being indie. Even the devs said they don't think it's indie.
Oh man.
Yeah, getting to fish and then eat it. It's great. That's it for me.
All right.
I just looked into the 8-Bit Plumber like Twitch channel. It's not one that was made for a gag at Jared's expense. That's an actual Twitch channel, but their most recent videos from 9 years ago.
Aww.
Dang, they've been doing this longer than I have. Jesus, I stole their name.
Thief.
Sorry.
So the next first Tuesday of a month is January 2nd. Are we all going to even be available on that, or are we waiting till the 9th?
When is MAG?
MAG
Like
is the
18th or the 21st.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So anyone who's going to MAG's probably leaving the 17th.
Okay.
I'm actually leaving earlier because I'm visiting my family before I go to MAG.
Ooh.
I should be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I'm thinking maybe I don't know.
Do what? I will be in town the 2nd, so
Same
there's
here.
no reason I couldn't do it.
Well, if Dan wants to do the 9th, we should probably do the 9th. But if
No, it's okay.
Dan will
I
also
just...
be in town. So
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, okay,
I
never
just-
mind. Wow. All right.
We just gaslit
I think he was trying to like he was trying to like be polite and be like we should do it the 9th in case somebody is out of town. Not that he was unavailable for the 2nd.
Yeah.
All right.
like-
Well, either the 2nd or the
everything.
9th of January, you'll see us come back for disc only. All right. As always, a special thank you to Popsky for our theme song, Prism Shard for our logo, Paper Pennies for the beautiful art in our intro, and of course, Motion Dance producer. See ya all, everybody. Actually, I don't get to do this that often, so I'm going to do this. We're going to raid my lovely wife, Luca. Reese is actually currently live, so I'm going to throw a raid command there. But otherwise, we'll see y'all next time.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone.
You know the worst part about the about January 2nd being the date for it is that we could do another birthday title.
Really?
Apparently today was Sailor Jupiter's birthday, so there you go. That was important.
Manatee turns 3 on the 3rd.
Ooh.
Oh.
Manatee's birthday.
He's going to the vet tomorrow.
Yes,
Not gonna be happy about that.
He's definitely not, but he's got a weird patch of dry skin. And I want to make sure that it's not bad.
Do that. Take care of that pupper.
Yeah.
Get that pupper moist.
Step is to scrape off all the dry.
That's what they're gonna do with the vet.
I hate this. I hate this.
Oh God.
John, please end this.